This is Channel 2 News, coverage you can count on.
He believes that Freddie Gray was injured outside the paddy wagon before.
While Freddie Gray was being arrested?
Yes.
City of Baltimore had a calm day of protest, but questions are mounting about the circumstances of Freddie Gray's death. We'll hear conflicting witness accounts of that fateful day.
Well, the Reno Police Department is looking for a new chief, but it turns out the search could take longer than expected. Why? We spoke with the interim chief about it.
And recently, the city of Reno approved a contract for the demolition and reconstruction of the Virginia Street Bridge. Landon Miller will be live downtown with all the details for you. These stories top your news right now at 6 o'clock. It is Thursday, April 30th, 2015. Good morning. I'm Andy Gavar.
I'm John Potter. Wakey, wakey. Let's turn it over to meteorologist Jeff Martinez. More good news about the weather. Hey,
yeah, hi. Yes, it was beautiful out there yesterday. It's going to be a little bit cooler today, just a little. We're still going to make it up to 76 degrees, perfect temperature, a little breezy as well. Talk about that in just a few minutes. Have a great Thursday.
All right, thank you, Jeff. Well, we're going to talk about Baltimore. Civic leaders, are declaring a victory after a relatively peaceful day in Baltimore. The nightly curfew enforced again last night, starting at 10. There were only a few stragglers, they say, this time. And you may remember a mother, Toya Graham. Now, that's not her, but she found her son on the riot on Monday. She and her son spoke to CNN about the incident that was caught on film, and he said he understood why his mother was so angry. He also said that he knew when he saw her, he was in big trouble.
Yeah, his eyes got real big. That was pretty interesting. Exactly what caused Freddie Gray's fatal spine injury after his April 12th arrest still not clear. Well, now a new report says Gray may have injured himself after his arrest. A prisoner who was in the same van as Gray told investigators he could hear Gray banging against the walls. A police document states the prisoner could not see Gray but believed he was intentionally trying to injure himself. Gray was unconscious when he arrived at the police station and died a week later.
And in contrast to the Washington Post report, CNN spoke to a person who says they have a close relationship with one of the officers involved in the arrest of Freddie Gray. This person, asked not to be identified, they shared that the officer told them about Gray's arrest on April 12th. Police themselves have not revealed much about the incident, just that he was shackled and was not put in a seatbelt in the police van.
He believes that Freddie Gray was injured outside the paddy wagon before.
While Freddie Gray was being arrested?
Yes.
Well, this person says the officer did not request that they approach CNN. The friend says they did so because it's the right thing to do.
Well, UNR students from Nepal gathered on campus last night for a candlelight vigil to remember the victims of the massive earthquake that struck on Saturday. The Nepalese Student Association, yes, there is one there, set up candles in the shape of their country, with larger candles burning in the areas most devastated by the quake. And despite some windy weather, they made sure the candles stayed lit for a full hour. The death toll in Nepal has topped 6,000. Another 11,440 people have been injured. It's just hard to imagine. If you would like to help the Nepalese Student Association raise funds for that recovery effort, head to KTVN.com and click on the News Links tab.
And a little good news this morning, they found a teenager alive under the rubble, so there's some hope there. All right, let's find out what the weather's like here for us today. Good morning.
Hey, Andy, good morning to you. It's going to be a little bit cooler out there today. Yesterday, we had a high of 81 degrees. Today, we'll be in the mid-70s, so about 5-6 degrees cooler than yesterday, but not bad at all. With mid-70s, we'll take that. Out there right now, beautiful sunrise getting underway. 6:02 officially, 7:52 is your sunset. And it's going to be a nice day today. Again, just a little bit cooler out there, mostly sunny skies. 47 degrees as you head out the door. We've cooled off a few degrees the past hour, so we have some 40s and 50s out there this morning. Carson City, you're at about 45 degrees. Minden, 37, cooling off there. Truckee, 27 degrees. Average high is 68. We'll be in the mid-70s today. As far as precipitation goes, of course, last day of April, looks like we'll end the month with 35/100ths of an inch. That's way below average. For the year, we've had 1.85 inches, and that's a good almost inch and a half below average for the year. So for today, high pressure will keep us dry, unfortunately, and we're looking at temperatures in the 40s to right around 52 degrees at 8 o'clock for the kids at the bus stop, and we'll see highs today in the mid-70s by this afternoon. so warming up, cooling off actually than yesterday, a little bit cooler than yesterday as I mentioned. Highs around the area, mid-70s instead, 68 in Truckee. Heading out to Lake Tahoe, the winds will pick up a little bit this afternoon, 5 to 20 miles an hour, and we do have a slight chance for some thunderstorms to our south, say around Mammoth Lakes, and those thunderstorm chances will increase by this weekend. So we'll talk about all of that in a few more minutes. First, let's take a look at traffic now with RJ. Good morning.
Good morning, Jeff. Well, right now we are doing great. There are no accidents or incidents to report. Looks like all of our highways and service streets are traveling at top speeds as we begin that morning commute. Don't start your Thursday off with a ticket. If you're using that cell phone, please use that hands-free device and no texting while driving. That's your traffic.
All right. Did you know that the Virginia Street Bridge will soon go away?
That's what they say.
Yep. And there's an open house actually later tonight if you want to learn more about what's going on.
Doesn't seem to be happening soon, but Landon Miller's along the Virginia Street Bridge with more on this open house and this project. When is it taken off? Good morning, Landon.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, back on April 15th, the city of Reno approved a contract to replace the Virginia Street Bridge, and actually, they'll be doing work with a local contractor. Let's talk a little bit about that this morning. That contract with Q&D Construction to build the new bridge is $18.3 million. Virginia Street Bridge, as you may know, get this, is more than 110 years old. And the whole reason why it needs to go is to ease some flooding concerns. So if you've been driving downtown, you might have actually noticed some work going on down here. It's been going on actually for about a couple months since February. I remember I did a story about it back then. AT&T has been removing utilities that run through the bridge. This project, by the way, estimated to take 12 to 15 months once ground is officially broken late spring or early summer. So, John, you mentioned the open house. Andy, I think you did as well. Let's talk a little bit about that. It's later this evening, from 4 until 7 at City Hall. It'll be on the first floor, and if you did not know, it will be 1 East 1st Street. See, here's the thing, is that you know where City Hall is, but you don't realize that the address is something weird like 1 East 1st Street. Now you know. So you learn something new every day on Channel 2 News this morning, right, Luis? Right. Hey, coming back out here live, you can actually see some cones and everything on the side of the road. Expect some minor delays as that utility work continues, anywhere between about 5 and 10 minutes, if that. We're covering the story live in downtown Reno. Landon Miller, we'll send it back to you.
All right, thank you for that. All right, speaking of Reno, the city is still looking for a replacement for Police Chief Steve Pitts. Jason Soto, he took over as interim police chief nearly 3 weeks ago. The city manager says the hiring process will include a lot of community input, and a final decision on a permanent hire will not be made for 6 to 9 months. The nationwide search will officially begin at the City Council's May 27th meeting.
To develop some criteria for what the next police chief qualifications are that the community and that the organization are looking for, and then move forward with the recruitment process.
Interim Chief Soto says as of now he is not interested in taking over as full-time chief. He says he's focusing on the here and now, including community engagement, transparency, and accountability.
I got to see Chief Soto in action at that Cup with a Cop event.
How do you do?
He's a very approachable, soft-spoken guy. Was there. Anybody could go up and just talk to him. So, Chief, maybe kind of reconsider your future plans.
It is common.
Yeah.
That interims take over, but he said he doesn't want to.
All right. He is the union chief. That's one concern. All right, our time right now, 6:09. Checking in now with the CBS News team in New York. See what they're working on for CBS this morning.